You are listening to High Minds, the podcast where we elevate the conversation on culture, sports, politics, and entertainment. Stay tuned for a higher perspective at the intersection of everything.
I'm smoking that good shit.
I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. I promise I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I wasn't doing anything I shouldn't be doing.
Hello, everybody.
I wasn't doing anything illegal. Hi, everyone.
Not illegal here.
Not illegal here for now, I suppose. Although technically still federally illegal, right?
Yeah.
But Biden floated the idea of decriminalization or something.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see y'all, Joe. Yes, nice to see you as well. Yeah, this is High Minds. We are here live. We are Sean. I'm here, big bro. Lisa says, hey, we were gonna watch the Tyson fight while we podcasted, but it's not gonna be on for like another 2 hours. It's just like preliminary stuff right now.
Yeah, we were looking and
boring. What do you think is gonna happen?
I mean, I'm hoping Tyson just
beats the shit out.
Yeah. I
first punch.
No, I want him to, I kind of want him to, tag him up a little bit. I don't want it to be a quick, it would be hard. That's the one, like Tyson growing up, you watch all his, like, I still watch Tyson, like, highlights, like
in his heyday. He's a scary
like,
dude.
And I'm like, just he's 58, but still he's Tyson. People are saying that, oh, it's going to be the fix. And I don't know if Tyson would do that. I don't know if he's.
I hope not. Did you see him training?
Yeah. I mean, he almost killed himself.
Yeah. Did he have he had a health scare, didn't he?
Yeah. He had, I think, pull out and then they rescheduled.
Oh.
But I don't know. 58-year-old guy that's obviously hasn't lived, the healthiest life, that life.
He was all about that life.
And getting punched in the head for a living. Like, but
so many times.
I just can't see Tyson go down. That just I might actually be a little sad. That one might make me sad if he does. I'm like, fuck. You never want to see your I guess he'd be like your boxing hero because kind of grew up watching him. I remember all the fights growing up. It used to be big fight parties. Like, I remember it was young, but still I remember my parents would have them or a bunch of people would come over. But
we used to do a lot of the UFC fights back when like Randy Couture and Chuck Liddell were fighting.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing, but the fights were just even bigger, the Tyson fights. And people would get so pissed if you knock him out in like 30 seconds.
Remember
40 and Tyson's getting 20. Good for Tyson. I mean, hope Tyson gets paid, man.
Hey, however you want to get paid. I ain't here to hate.
I mean,
I'm gonna watch. I'm interested in watching on Netflix.
Yeah, we'll watch. But so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
It'll be after this podcast because we were thinking we could stream along and watch it, but it's gonna be in like 2 hours. And I took an edible, and it hasn't kicked in yet, but it will during the show. And there's no way I'm lasting 2 hours.
How many milligrams?
30. So not that
that's
bad.
I'd call that a
Like plenty, but
I'd call what kind of dose is that? That would be like a
just here to hang out kind of dose.
yeah. I'm on a break for Bad Bulls right now. I just kind of rotate months.
Yeah.
It
might go sideways, You never
I know that's the fun part. But yeah, your tolerance builds up quick. So it got to the point where I was starting like now with like 100 milligrams. That'd be like my first, like, let's get this start. But when you do it, a lot.
Yeah. See.
So then I have to back off. So I'm, now I can back down to like 20, 30, where I'm like, okay, I'm good. But yeah, after a while, once you start hitting 100, like you have to like pound one of those little energy or not energy, but the drinks, the full drink. That's what I used to do right before I go to a hockey game or something. Just as you're walking in,
the whole
by the time the second period starts, you're ready to boogie.
You're floating. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly.
But no.
But, yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, make sure you join the High Minds Collective Facebook group. I think I got the link here. If I were doing my job correctly, right there on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, we like to just post stuff that we're doing. I post farming pictures in there. Andy posts some of his photography. We encourage folks in there to post whatever they like doing, whatever your hobby, whatever your thing is, whatever makes you get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe it's boxing. I don't know. No, that's not boxing. Punched. I've been punched multiple times in the face, and it sucks. It never gets better.
No.
I don't know how these people get punched so often.
It's not even worth the money. It's not worth the money. Now we see what happens to a lot of these guys. We're seeing like, because even UFC guys now, because the sport's been around and long enough where we're starting to see, the Coutures, the Liddells. Excuse me. Even before that, from the UFC, one with Tank Abbott's and stuff. It's like, dang.
Oh, that's way back.
Yeah. So I mean, those guys like it's just, everything goes back to head trauma. I mean, it's not good getting punched in the face for a living.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't think. You'd think it'd be fine.
It's fine. You'd be fine.
You'll be fine. Well, see, that's kind of like the annoyance of people who complain about football, for instance, right? Oh, just put a skirt on them and put a blah, blah. It's like, wait, you realize like the old school way just like is terrible. Like you can't, like Junior Seau, anyone, all those people, like, good God.
I mean, I had issues in high school from football. I had severe migraines. I had to get taken to the hospital multiple times. Like I missed the baseball playoffs in baseball because I couldn't see. I woke up with my head would hurt so bad that I couldn't see and make like blind. Mm-hmm. And my mom would freak out, take me to the hospital. I've had CAT scans. I had everything done. And what it was just getting hit in the head from football. I had probably 6 concussions that I know of I even had a concussion from baseball, getting hit in the head. So it's like, you have these things happen. Since I stopped playing football from high school, those headaches, everything, just now I get
all better.
Goodness, none. Yeah, none.
I can't even watch the Miami Dolphins because of Tua. I don't even want to see that shit.
That's wild. I feel horrible, like, because I was just 4 years of high school. These guys have been playing since they were, little. It's sad.
And no offense, being tackled by you would suck, but being tackled by Ray Lewis,
Ray, he was a beast. But yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, Sean, I had a concussion from baseball. I got hit in the head with the pitch.
I never did. I never got hit in the head.
Well, right in the side. It hit the edge of my, I have the ear.
The little earpiece. It
deflected and hit and just got me right by the eye socket. I had a big, old, huge, like red. And yeah, it was just boom, just all that poof. But, wild. But yeah, no, head traumas are crazy. I mean, and now it's like these players. Look at every player on the team. Like they're just this wall of just muscle, and it's
everyone's jacked like spine.
yeah. I mean,
That's why I laugh at like, could the old teams take the new teams? Well, nah.
no, yeah, there was amazing players back in the day. There was a
Right,
few,
no disrespect.
but they were still fixing my toilet plumbing, on the weekend, during the week,
Smoking cigarettes, eating hot dogs.
Yeah, and it's like now these guys, like even the linemen, yeah, these guys are huge, but they're monsters and they can run, they can move,
they can run.
The athletic ability of these guys now, it's like every single guy. Back in the day, it was you might have maybe a half dozen of those guys, and the rest of the guys, had to make a living during the week still. It was wild, but now it's just no comparison. I can't, but
everyone's a freak. Everyone's just such a, you got guys, you're like, that guy should not move that quickly. Big dudes.
And these poor guys are just
John says old players are beating the new players. I don't know. There's no way. Babe Ruth can't hit a 97-mile-an-hour slider. I'm sorry. I disagree because the pitches now, everyone throws 100 now. I was watching the guy, he threw like a 93-mile-an-hour sinker.
That's
like, what the fuck? Yeah, like my fastball, I topped out at like 82. This guy throws a sinker that's 11 miles an hour faster than the fastest I can throw a ball. That's insane. Babe Ruth couldn't hit that, I don't think. No one was throwing that back then.
No.
But
I mean, just take the technology. The technology alone in equipment.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are hitting harder because they're crazy. That's why they're having to put like limits on because they're like, just the technology and conditioning and lifting weight. I mean, just
rehab.
And training and rehab. These guys are like machines. And I don't know. It's crazy. No, these players, they want to play, but they realize they don't want to end up like the players they are today. Head trauma and dying at the age of, 65, 66.
I don't know. I think they want. I think Tua wants to play. That's what scares me. Is like
look at the players that do want to play, like him.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, it's like, man, you have a life ahead of you. This is a short period of time. This is a short period of time, my guy.
Yeah,
save that brain. It's not worth it. You already have millions. You got millions. And a lot of these guys now also are smarter with their money, which is, gosh, the stories.
Sean says if new age technology works so great, why is every player damn near more injured than ever? I don't know if that's true. I'd have to see some statistics on that. I think back in the day we didn't hear about shit.
Yeah, we didn't know anything.
I think players had concussions. Get back out there, champ.
Oh yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
That's what happened to me. Now I'm messed up. Now I'm screwed. And thank God I stopped playing. But that was it. Yeah. I mean, they used to shoot us up with.
Even in baseball, I remember I had my first start coming off of a shoulder injury, and I lasted about 3 innings, and I was looking to the dugout like, hey, I got nothing left. And my coach pulls me aside and was, you fucking bitch. I was like, it's not that. It's more like I literally can't throw the ball anymore, right? We're building back up. Nah, none of that. No empathy.
Yeah. I mean, we forget also this is a job. It's their job. I'm not giving my body up for a job. That's why you think I left UPS. It's exactly the reason why I left UPS. 4 surgeries, and I'm like, you know what? No, it's not worth it anymore. Gotta go.
Yeah, I played the hell out of my at a baseball, and I was hurt a lot, and it catches up with you. The body keeps the score, we'll say.
Yeah, and then right out of high school, that's why I went to one practice at Butte College. I just went, no, there's no
more.
No, ended up getting a job at UPS, and 25 years later, here I am. But I just saw that at Butte. Butte was a tough school. Butte was a tough school for junior colleges. Aaron Rodgers, Larry Allen. It was a tough school, but whew,
Sean says, I can guarantee Randy Johnson at his age now is still striking out these young guys. Not at his age now. There's no way. But in his prime, for sure.
You want to know what Randy Johnson does?
What?
He's a photographer, sports photographer now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Remember when he killed that? Remember when he killed that bird?
Yeah, that was wild. Just poof. That was.
That was crazy. That bird exploded. Randy Johnson was wild, man. He was crazy.
Yep. Same, Lisa.
So I thought it'd be interesting. Let's shift gears. Right now it's Barrios and Ramos in the second round. Ramos. Pink shorts.
There we go.
He's going with the black and pink. That's the color of Palermo FC. My family hails from Palermo.
Palermo?
No, it's Sicily, not Palermo.
Like, wow, I didn't know you were from Palermo.
No, I'm not from Palermo. No, it's a different place.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, Palermo is what would be? It's a tough place.
Palermo. Well, see, Palermo is the outskirts of Orville, which Orville was kind of the back in the day the meeting place for like Hell's Angels and everything. That's where they did their swap of drugs and everything. So that's why Orville's gotten that bad rap, and that's why it's just crazy in Orville, because of it was the halfway point for the drugs being run up the states to the top of the country. So yeah, biker gangs and everything, years ago that's where they were.
Well, and after the dam was built, then there was no jobs after that, and everyone was just there.
Yep, you had that dam off. How many jobs it created, but then once it was finished, you had these people established already, so they didn't want to leave.
Yeah, Sean says this y'all podcast. I'm gonna just be quiet. No, that's why we do it live so people can engage. So we want you to comment whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. No, I'm not from Palermo, California. My family part of my family is from Palermo, Sicily. And Palermo FC wears the black and pink jerseys.
Oh, yes, the Premier League. How's what is it? Your team? What was it?
Don't ask. Spurs.
So it's that good?
Every fucking year, it's the same goddamn thing. We're like, I don't know, 7th to 10th. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I used to watch Crystal Palace. I still every now and then I'll pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I'll look
Elise is de facto a Palace fan because she was into princesses when she was little, and she was like, Crystal Palace, I'll pick them.
That's how I picked it. I'm like, yeah, we'll do that one. I can remember that one. I didn't want to pick, the real, Madrid or what was it?
That would be La Liga.
Oh, that's La Liga. See, I know nothing.
That's
what's the other one? What's the other one? The big one.
Well, if it's Premier League, it's Manchester United or Liverpool.
But so I didn't want to be that guy, picking.
I had to pick Spurs because my wife Lindsay had a Mini Cooper, and the license plate said Hotspur, and it was from London. So obviously they were a Spurs fan. And when I became into the Premier League, I was like, oh, there's a team called Hotspur. I obviously have to pick them. And they're the San Jose Sharks of the Premier League, bro. Like, they're always good, and then they'll shit the bed at the end. They'll never win. So I have two of those teams that just it's like a Red Sox fan before 2004.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Sean
says, Andy knows I'm always talking mess. Well, this is the place to talk mess. Talk all that ish. Talk all that shit.
What it is.
I wonder who's winning. Barrios and Ramos. So I think Barrios is in the black and pink, and Abelito Ramos. Can't tell who's winning. I haven't been paying attention. I haven't watched boxing in forever, so I really am only here for the Tyson and Paul shenanigans.
Sean actually pays attention to boxing a lot. He knows some boxers, so.
Oh, Seth Showalter's here. Hi, Seth. Seth is one of our authors for Choir.
Hey, what's up, Seth?
Seth is a therapist He's not my
Okay.
therapist. I don't have a therapist, but maybe I should have a therapist.
We all should have therapists. I used to have a therapist.
I'm pretty sure most of us should.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird that there's still like a stigma with therapy in 2024, but you know, there's a lot of things. I wanted to shift gears, and I was wanting to get your thoughts about the 4B movement. For those that don't know, 4B movement started in South Korea, right, as a kind of a women's movement, a feminist movement, where there's like 4 principles. There's like no sex, no dating, no marriage, and what's the other one? No giving birth.
No birth.
And their and their birth rates have gone below death rates, right, in South Korea.
Their birth rate is down to. I've read multiples, so I found from 1.11 to 0.72, which means for every woman they're only having less than one child now.
Oh, okay, yeah,
their lifetime,
right,
which is not good. So it started in about 2015, 2016, I think.
Yeah, I heard about it like a year and a half ago from my friend Michelle.
And I never have heard of it at all. And I kind of was reading on it today, and it all stems from basically, I mean, there are multiple reasons, but I think what really set it off was this gentleman brutally murdered a South Korean woman, and basically said he did it because she women ignored him. He was just upset that women ignored him. And
he straight up just did that.
Yeah. So he probably either talked to this woman or something, and maybe she ignored him. And so that was, I think, the kind of the what set it off. But I think there's multiple reasons also. And it gained some some traction. But yeah, it was
that's like that's like the, what do you call it, the touchstone, but it's not like the whole story, right? It didn't just spawn out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it was from women. Was multiple things, and so now they started that. And it wasn't even necessarily. So a big part of it was not necessarily as a direct, jab at men, but it was also putting women first. Basically saying, fuck you, men. We're not, basically. Yeah, we're putting ourselves first now, so fuck you. And we're not going to sleep with you. We're not going to bear your children. We're not going to marry you. We're going to do our own.
I think it's punk rock as fuck, to be honest with you. I'm like,
I was laughing. I think married women are also kind of joining in, but not in those same ways. They're doing it as in not support. If they find like a all male owned business, they're just not shopping there. They're just trying to basically make it so if women weren't here in your life, how is your life? Basically, you're going to see what your life's going to be like. And for the most part, I mean, that's basically.
I just wonder how many like people will follow through. Like, I mean, obviously in Korea, it actually has affected.
It contributed. Yeah, it was a little contributed to their birth rate. I mean, their birth rate was decreasing. I mean, we all are. The Earth's planet. The world, we're decreasing in population, and that's not good.
Well, people used to have it's not good for who? For us? It's good for the planet. The planet doesn't give a fuck about us.
No, but just
the planet could use a break
for us of all. But it's not. People aren't having kids anymore. There's a lot of different reasons why. It used to be. I think it was
too goddamn expensive.
Well, that's one major reason why.
Yeah.
But people like back in 1950s, it was like 6 point. Don't quote me exactly, like 6.6.
Well, they had a lot of kids.
Per life. Yeah. Like for a woman's life, that was the average. Now we're at like 2.7 or something like that. And
Lisa says women and the earth need a break.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. We're shitheads, man. We really are. There's too many of us who are really pieces of shit.
Yeah, I just think once you start going down, I don't know how hard it is to all of a sudden you get too low to bend that curve, like what they're having in China. They're having like the male, like there's some weird. I've heard some weird stuff of like males going out into the forest and getting with each other because there's not enough women. It's like that to that point.
Well, when you start dictating what genders you can and can't have, and you start putting emphasis on one over the other, it's gonna fuck with things. That's not.
Yeah. So you have that. So you have that, like they're not having. They're gonna get that they're declining, and to get it to back go, it's gonna. I mean, how far is it gonna go? You can see the numbers. It's crazy. The world just like the population's you can just see it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what's gonna happen. We won't see it. We'll be long gone.
Well, yeah, I'm already old, man. What are you talking about?
I know this is stuff that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't even. Our kids might, if it keeps going that way, it may affect them. If we're even here that long, that's the sad part.
Yeah,
anymore.
The world is a wild, wacky place.
The world's wild.
But, it is wild. Let's take a quick break here.
What are we at?
Fifth round, 2 minutes. So in the Tyson fight, those rounds are only 2 minutes. You said, right?
Yeah, I think it's 2 8 minutes.
Okay, this one seems to be 3. That's because these guys are young. 3 minutes of fighting is a long time. You don't think of it. 3-minute boxing round. Go box for 3 minutes.
That's horrible. It's horrible. I was
horrible.
I had a bag in my garage, and I'd go out there and just like tie myself to see how long I can go.
Yeah,
I'm dying, and I like look at my clock, like
33 seconds. Fuck.
Yeah, like 28 seconds. My gloves, like it felt like I was going for like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh, that's a round.
Yeah, not even close, buddy.
I barely made it 30 seconds.
No.
Just tapping.
All right. Well, we'll be back in 30 seconds, maybe 45.
Little strawberry OG.
I forget what I have. Like a stoner.
I'm liking these tunes.
Scatterific.
Yes, it is.
Scatastic.
Yes, it is.
All right, so we are into our top 5 segment. We're gonna do that every week. We're gonna do a top 5 list. What's our GOAT list?
What do we do today?
Last week we did top 5 movie songs that make you think of the movie. And I don't know if we're ever gonna land on 5. We're stoners, so it's a loose top 5.
And these are our top 5s.
Yeah, so
it's not like this is an internet. I went and searched the internet. You went and searched the internet for the top. This is what our personal, like, our top 5s.
Yeah, and with some thought into it, but probably not too much thought of it. If we miss something, don't fucking rake us over the coals here.
Come on,
come on now.
All right, tonight what with munchies, the top 5 go-to munchies.
Munchies. Okay, first of all, the munchies are terrible.
Yes, that's
I wish they're not terrible. I'll say this: I wish they happened less. I like having the munchies sometimes. It just happens too frequently. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
But when there's a good munchies though, when I get the edibles is when I get the munchies. So after this podcast is when I'm going to severely struggle, and the fight's going to be on, and I don't know what I'm in trouble.
Wow. You're going to eat some just nasty food, but it's going to be so good.
Oh my God. I hope I make a good choice. I probably won't, but I might.
But every now and then it's okay.
Every
It
now
just
and then.
the taste. That's the thing.
It tastes so good.
Cannabis, just when you ingest it, smoke it, it enhances, your senses.
It's very tactile, very like.
Yeah, so that's why eating's better, sex is better. When you're just focusing on writing, focusing on making music, focusing on creating anything, it just gives you this, this focus, this, I don't know. So with food, oh yeah. So
look at Beth is here. Thanks for the
hey,
dialogue. Yes. Every now and then is great. Yeah, it's almost like weed is the anti-alcohol. It's kind of the, I mean, it's like alcohol makes you social. It's like a social lubricant, but it also makes you sloppy. And if you have too much weed, that can obviously happen too.
And alcohol can take a left turn at any moment. That's
yeah. I'm not gonna write while drinking, but
No.
I'll write really good shit when I'm high. All the good shit that people have read that I've written high, I edit not high.
That's
but
how
I write high.
Yeah, I love. That's what I do when I'm editing photos. I put some music on, and it just.
If you get drunk and become hungry, does that count?
I do too. I
suppose
when I drink, same
that's
thing.
the type of munchies.
Yeah.
Lisa says other munchies for real, but I've never had an edible. You got to be careful with edibles because it borders on psychedelic, right?
If you have a little too much, and it can be, you don't want to overdose.
Nerve-wracking. Yeah,
you don't want to overdose on edibles for your first time, because from there on you're gonna have that bad experience. Yes,
where your hand is 10 times the size it should be, and you're like scrolling.
And then you have someone yelling in your face, "Don't
just eat a banana! Just eat a banana!
Don't be the first one to die!"
I was high though too, to be fair.
I know. It was hilarious.
I was too
now.
high. Now it wasn't hilarious then.
I got back up on that horse and tried again the next day, and it was fine.
Yeah, Lisa, you don't need the paranoia. Yeah, you just have to. It can be really fun, but you just have edibles. You got to be really careful with.
You start small.
I feel like
start 2.5 milligrams. And
you can OD on edibles. I don't think so. You can't OD on it.
You can't OD on marijuana. It's impossible. It's impossible. Not
that it's not without. You got to be careful. It can.
You can OD as in it can knock you out, like go to sleep, like you can, But to die, no. Death, no.
I don't think so.
I mean, I guess alcohol OD is blacking out. Your body OD'd, shut off, just shut down.
Oh, Lola's here. Why am I trying to listen to this while in the Deadly Face studio with Lacey? Congratulations to Lacey Bean, who has a new book out called Leaving the Sanctuary, and Lola, who has they have a podcast together called Deadly Faith. So if you're into crime, yeah, it's crime is the thing, true crime, and it has a religious twist. So it's always like a cult member or it's like a pastor. It's a really good podcast.
Cool. Sounds interesting.
So shout out to them. Go subscribe to them. That is definitely possible on Liquor. That's a fact. Yeah. Fuck yeah, indeed. All right. So the munchies, what do you have? You want to put what's your top munchies? What's your go-to?
So let's do 5. We'll just, our top 5. We'll start at 5 as our low, and we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah.
So you want me to start it off?
Yeah, I'm just winging it. I've got a couple in my mind. I'll figure it out as we go along here.
Yeah, I just made some notes. So my number 5 is a brown sugar Pop-Tart, cold.
Cold? I was going to ask heated up, but just cold.
Cold. This is cold.
Brown sugar Pop-Tart.
I don't know.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite Pop-Tart?
No, I don't eat Pop-Tarts.
I don't either.
Just for some reason, when I'm got the munchies, but it has to be the brown sugar, and that's the only one. It can't be, blueberry,
be strawberry,
or
blueberry.
No, it has to be, and I don't know why, but with it cold, I don't know.
Okay,
it's weird, but I got that brown sugar Pop-Tart.
All right. So, the first one I would make a quesadilla of some sort. Ooh, and I would do a good quesadilla, chop up some peppers, hot sauce, some sort of, hopefully some homemade guacamole, but avocados are hardly in season.
Yeah.
So a quesadilla, yeah, do it right.
That's always solid.
Super solid. Yeah, it tastes super good. But then you eat it way too fast because you're stoned.
Yeah, but it's easy. It's easy to eat.
It's easy to cook. Takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You basically always have the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my number 5. Yeah.
So then, okay, number 4. My number 4 is more like
everyone's gonna be hungry.
Mm-hmm. Good one, Lisa. Well, I'll get to that one. But my number 4 is more like it's munchies, but it's almost like a meal. Mm-hmm. It's corn dog and tater tots.
Okay.
Corn dog and tater tots are just.
What do you dip the dog in?
I dip the dog ketchup and honey mustard.
And honey mustard.
Okay. And I do the half and half. So when I dip it, half of the corn dog is honey mustard and half is ketchup.
Mm.
And then the tater tots, though, the tater tots get a different sauce. Tater tots get the barbecue.
Oh, you go barbecue, huh?
On the tots.
Okay. See, I always prefer like a stone ground mustard over the honey mustard. Lindsay prefers the honey mustard over the stone ground.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can't have this because I have celiac. So but Sierra Nevada, their mustards have to be bomb. But I can't have it because they put the fucking beer in it.
Oh, I had some of that today. The pale ale. Oh, I had a nice sandwich with the pale ale mustard.
Yeah, their mustards have to be bomb. They just look so good. But there are some good stone ground mustards out there. Yeah. And I tend to avoid the ketchup even when it comes to fries or the tots.
I'm not a ketchup guy on my fries.
Yeah.
But for some reason, corn dog, ketchup, and honey mustard just have to.
So Sean says mustard and relish on the hot dogs every time. Okay.
I'm down with that.
See, I go with the onions.
Onions. I like onions on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Raw onions.
Raw white onions.
Remember at Costco, you used to have that machine that you just turn and just.
Oh yeah, the onion. Yeah.
Like a trough, an onion trough. You just one side onions, then the other side relish.
Yeah.
And then some ketchup and mustard down the middle.
Yeah, right down the middle. All right, number 4. No, not number 4 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, so I'm going to have to go with there's only one type of gluten-free pizza that I like, and it is called Against the Grain, and it's the pesto one. And then I put fresh basil and things on there, and I could eat a whole pie. I try not to.
It's easy to eat those pies, though. Once you get going.
Okay. I forced myself to stop at half.
So good.
But I could physically do it and then regret it later.
Pizza's always good.
Pizza's,
But I can do pizza. Munchies or not all the time. So
yeah, but I just tend to only eat pizza when I do have the munchies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, I saw it in the chat, is Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Cheetos I don't know. I'll get those.
The regular Cheeto?
Regular Cheetos, but what I'll do, okay. So my go-to is not the Flamin', but there's a Cheeto, like a regular bag of Cheetos, and then a Cheeto jalapeno. Oh. Mix them together. Shake that up. Oh.
James says flaming hot.
Oh, my daughter eats those flaming hots. I can't do it.
Elise did a whole bag one time, like a big bag, and she got the worst heartburn.
Oh no.
I was like, you are so irresponsible. Did you learn your lesson? I had to go get Tums.
Oh yeah, I don't know how they do that. It's like that iron gut. I can't do that. So that's why I have to mix the jalapeno ones, and the jalapeno ones aren't that spicy.
Yeah.
So that's my number 3.
Speaking of jalapenos, I just harvested jalapenos, and it's almost fucking Thanksgiving.
I saw your photo on the Xbox or Xbox
on Xbox.
That's still the Facebox. The Facebox.
Facebook. The Facebox. The MySpace.
Facebook. On the Facebook, you posted that. The jalapeno. I saw jalapenos today.
Yeah, I got serranos and jalapenos.
And the High Minds Collective Facebook page.
Yes, so join that, everyone. Lisa says that would destroy the tummy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so if
So
we're
we're
gonna
on
go, yeah, I'm gonna go nacho cheese Doritos.
Ooh, yes.
I like them better than the ranch, but
Is that
other people
that's
might
your favorite?
disagree.
That's your
Nacho
favorite
cheese.
Dorito?
Yeah,
That's my favorite. That's the only really Dorito I like.
same.
And so
Sean says the Totino's
I remember.
pepperoni pizza.
Yes, I remember. You remember those? There used to be like 99 cents.
Back in my day.
Yeah, those were so good. Now they're like $2.
Yeah, I remember
But,
when $2 Chuck used to be
yeah.
$2. Now it's like $3.
All
All right, are we down to number 2 for you?
Are we number 2?
I'm just winging it now.
Yes, we are number 2. What was my number 2?
Mhm.
Oh, I know what my number 1 is. What was my number 2?
Uh-oh.
Go. What's your number 2? Sorry, I forgot what my number 2 is. I think.
I don't know. I got to think about it. Oh, you know what? You know what they are? They're like a They're like the what's the corn chip? Fritos?
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
like that.
I know
They're
what.
like that, but they're from Trader Joe's and they have elote seasoning on them.
Oh,
So it's like a Mexican seasoning and it's really fucking good. And I could eat a whole
Okay.
bag of that shit. So it's kind of like a Frito, but
okay.
it's got some spice, some zest,
All right.
put some seasoning on it.
My number 2 is bean and cheese burrito. There's a
Just a solid bean and
cheese burrito. There's a place out here, Roberto's. I don't know what it is with their bean and cheese burrito. $5.10.
Mhm.
It hits it. It's just, as my daughter would say, it slaps.
It slaps.
It slaps. This thing, I had one last night. I don't know. It's the tortilla, but the bean and cheese. I'll make beans. Like I make beans from scratch.
Mhm.
Crock pot them all day, mash them myself, do all that stuff. But when I got the munchies, I always keep a few cans of Pintos, and I'll go and just throw a can of Pintos in there, mash them up myself, season them, do my thing. But that's the bean and cheese. That's my number 2.
Sounds really good, actually, right now.
And then so we're on number 1. Number 1. You want me to
didn't-
get number 1 or you got it?
Didn't I do number 2 already?
Yeah, you did. You started with 2.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Mhm.
number 1 then. Well, fuck. How the fuck am I supposed to find this?
You want me to go?
You go. Yeah.
Oh, you can't go wrong with Jack and the Crack 2 for 99-cent tacos.
The tacos. Oh,
Those things. When you have the munchies, the 2 for 99-cent. Oh, I don't know what the paste is in the middle. I don't want to know. My goodness. I'm getting hungry right now.
I haven't had those in forever.
Oh, they're like crack. It's like $5. You got 10 of those things. Your bag is greasy when you get
It's
home.
so greasy. You could wring it out.
Yep, you got that sliced cheese in there that just melts, and that salsa, whatever that's, and then that paste in the middle.
That Jack in the Box paste.
But yeah,
The secret paste.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'll go with the taco truck carne asada taco from El Pinolero. You get like 5 of those for like $7. You go the jalapeno, you go the carrot and all that, and the lime.
How adventurous do you get with your tacos, like meat wise?
I mean, I got lengua before and cabeza.
Okay. Then you're good.
I don't order it on the regular, but I had to try it.
Lingua's good. Lingua's done right. Very good. When it's done right, when you find the spot, that's the thing. You have to find, find the spot that seasons, the seasoning for you, because it can be different places, different trucks, different same thing. It's but once you find it, lingua, fried avocado tacos. Yes, those are delicious.
Where do you get those?
Oh, well, there's a place out here. I'll take you. Tacotarian, I believe, out here in Vegas.
You can take me there.
It's at all. Everything there is it vegan or I think it's vegetarian.
Okay.
But they have I think they fried. Yeah, they do Mexican pizza.
Oh, I gotta do an honorable mention.
Okay.
Pakistani food. There's a place, Sophie's, out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the goat curry. It's so fucking good. I always get it.
Okay. Sophie's, is that off 32?
Kinda. It's
I
on
may see.
Main or Broadway in Chico.
Okay. There was a Jamaican place out there, I think, called
Yeah, there was. It's spelled differently.
Okay. Same, but yeah, they had a goat something there also.
Yeah, there's a lot of goat in Jamaican food, but there's the goat curry at
Curry.
Sophie's, and she's Pakistani.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. I love Middle Eastern food.
I haven't had that. I've had
yeah, it's so good.
Have I had Ethiopian?
Yeah, have you? Lisa says she misses good Hispanic food. Lisa's in Georgia.
Okay. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's rough.
Homemade crema, cilantro, and watermelon salsa. That sounds interesting.
That sounds good too.
I love Pakistani food. Yeah, I'd have to put it. I go Mexican as if I had to eat one style of food, I would go Mexican food number one.
Yeah, it has to be
over my own people, but you guys do it right. I tell you what,
Italian
Pakistani
food?
might be second.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to try that. I haven't had that.
What did you say about Italians?
Italian food, it's too much pastas, too much breads. I can't process
a lot of starch.
Yeah, I like it, but it's just too much.
But I don't think that's how it really is all the time.
No,
I think that's just how it gets pigeonholed.
I guarantee, yeah, you go back, yeah, it's much better. Any food outside of this country is much better.
Hamburger Helper, cheeseburger Mac. I can't remember the last time I had that.
Hamburger Helper. Wow.
Hamburger Helper.
Yes, Ethiopian. I've had Ethiopian. Is that with
I don't know if I have.
What is the bread, or you like pinch it off, and I forget. I don't know the names, but Sacramento had a place. I went there a couple times, and that was really good.
I don't think I have had that.
There's a Venezuelan place out here that I want to try. Also, that's what I love out here. The food is, I mean, Hawaiian food, like really good Hawaiian food. Okay, Beth.
Not the place?
Yeah. No, I think that's the name of the, however you pronounce that.
I don't know. I love Vietnamese food too.
Okay.
Pho is one of my favorite. There's a great Vietnamese place out here.
Yes, the spices. The bread, I don't know what it is, but it's good. It is delicious. I tried it. And I was always afraid to go to places because I don't know what to order.
Yeah.
Hawaiian spam, yes. So out here in Vegas,
they do a lot of spam.
So in Vegas, they call it the Ninth Island. There's Hawaiians love it here. They do. to a point where they, a lot of them started moving here, and they're bringing over their food.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawaiian spots out here I had some the other day, and it was like, the spam. I don't know what the names are, but it is so good. So good. Yeah. Spam sushi rolls. I make them at home.
I had the most, okay, I got to tell a story. Okay. The most disappointing thing ever. We're in Hawaii, in Maui, right? This is right before the fire, like a couple months before the Lahaina fire. And it's one of the last days, and we're staying in Kihei, which is like southeast, maybe.
Okay.
And we're going to Hana, and it's a long ass road. I got behind this like tour driver, tour bus driver.
Okay.
Who was just scooting. It was like my lead blocker. I felt like it was Roger Craig and it was Tom Rathman. And we were just cooking. But it's still like a 4-hour drive, and it's just way the fuck. And I knew there was this place on the beach in the middle of fucking nowhere that gets cooks huli chicken. And it's something you'd smell. You'd walk by. It's like the best barbecue smell you'd ever smell. And I knew they would only take cash. And I didn't have fucking cash. And it's so remote that none of the ATMs were working. Like there was no way to get cash out of the ATM.
I'd be like this.
Begging, yeah. Just could not find it anywhere. And we drove all the way out at remote as hell. And it's like as featured on Gordon Ramsay's like some show they were on. And it's just out. And it's like it's these shirtless dudes just cooking chicken over these big fires.
What'd you do?
We had to fucking leave.
Oh.
We found this taco truck later and it was good, but it was like
what do you do though? Yeah. Like what do you do? Yeah.
It was so disappointing. I was so disappointed in myself because I knew that and I still fucked it up. I only had myself to blame, but it was the best smell and then the most disappointing thing. I hated myself for that. Especially and then it's like it's super hungry and then it's like a 4-hour drive back.
Now you're just hangry. You're hangry at yourself. You're just
You're like, well, the other place was fine, but
it was fine.
Yeah.
That is the worst. Yeah. But that's how everything out here is becoming. Like there it was cash only, out here it's becoming cashless.
Oh yeah, totally.
Anything new being built, any music venues, we go to our games, hockey games, everything is cashless now. No cash accepted anywhere on the premises. And
I never have cash with me.
I rarely do. But it's just becoming a crazy thing where it's just more and more and more where everything's becoming cashless. So it's, I personally like it because I hate having cash on me. I'm always losing stuff. I'm dropping stuff out of my pocket. That's why my wallet now is like this little thin thing. And like I keep just a couple things in there because it disappears. I'm blaming it on getting old, but.
Well, I think that's a thing, man. There's things where I'll be walking in a room, going to do something, and be like, what the fuck am I here for? Why am I in this room looking for something? I don't even know what the fuck I'm looking for right now.
Yeah, oh well.
So Barrios and Ramos, 11th round. It's about to go to the 12th. They both look tired and swollen.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
How many times do you think they get punched in a 12-round match?
I don't know.
Sean only keeps always $1 in his wallet at all times.
What's that dollar for, Sean? I'm curious. Yeah, I if I have cash, I spend. It's gone. It's gone. Also, I'll just
gone.
Yeah, like just I gotta buy something.
Stupid shit.
Yeah.
10 tacos at Jack in the Box.
Yeah, like then the tacos. I got cash. It's like if I think I have cash, like no one knows. My wife doesn't know. Like I went to the Jack.
I ain't got nothing. They always, every time I have cash, I get asked the question. I never get asked if you have cash, and then I'll have cash and be like, "Hey Matt, do you have cash?" Yes. There's my last 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You want to take one more break before?
We'll do.
Before we get to our college football picks of the week.
Yeah, we got Sean
and
the Don,
and we'll see how we did last week.
Yeah, we're keeping track. So,
I wish I'd have known Florida State was 1-8.
No, we're keeping this just raw, just no numbers, no nothing.
No numbers, nothing. Let's see what kind of music do we have this time?
I don't know. What do you got for us tonight?
Gotcha.
Well, hello.
Got him. That'll be the goal. You have to try to sneak it away before YouTube gets mad at us. All right, so last week is Sean the Don of college football picks.
Yes, we got his
Let's
5.
see how he did compared to how I did. Matt, the idiot who doesn't know anything about college football. I don't even remember what the games were. You got them written down?
Yeah, we got. We'll go over the picks from last week.
Yeah, let's do that first.
So the first game you guys picked on was Notre Dame. And who did they play?
Was that the Florida State one?
Yes, Notre Dame.
Oh
Florida
yeah,
State.
Florida State got the shit kicked out of them.
Sean the Dime picked Notre Dame. We got the win there. He got the win.
I picked Florida State like a moron. All right, let's get that one out of the way. Obviously, I'm 0-1.
Yeah. So the next game we got Georgia, Ole Miss. That was a kind of tough pick. That was a tough pick. That was a good game.
I don't even know who won. I forgot that.
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss won?
Yeah. So
who did I pick? I picked Georgia.
Yeah. So did
fuck. I'm 0-2.
Sean the Don. Yeah, you guys 1-1 right there.
Or
you're 0-2.
He's 1-1. Oh my god.
Next game we have
New England Patriots.
Yeah. Yes. Next game we have is LSU. And
I picked Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Yeah. I got
Sean the Don went with LSU.
Oh my gosh, we're both 1-2.
Yep, and that was a loss. That was a loss. So he's 1-2 now.
Oh boy, we're both struggling.
Yeah, and then so we go to the next game: BYU and Utah.
Oh shit, I picked the Storm and Mormons, right?
Storm and Mormons.
Did they win?
That game, I believe, came down to 1 point.
Oh, controversial too. There was a penalty.
Yeah. So, and Sean the Don picked the winner, BYU.
I picked BYU. So we're both 2-2.
Yep, he redeemed himself there.
Okay.
And then the last game of the night was Indiana Hoosiers. Remember Indiana Hoosiers and Michigan Wolverines.
Wolverines, yeah, but not Michigan State.
Michigan State, Michigan Wolverines.
But Indiana won.
Indiana won. That was a win for Sean the Don, which put him at 3-2 for the week.
Yeah, I think I picked Indiana also.
Yeah, so I think you guys are head to head right now. You guys are going. So this week is picks. We're starting with game 1. We have Clemson Tigers versus Pittsburgh. And Sean the Don went with the Clemson Tigers.
I'm inclined to say Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm gonna mark you. I already know his picks. All right.
Sean, 3-2 is terrible. Well, not for me. I got 3-2 also.
Hey,
That's winning. It's a winning record.
It's week 1 jitters. All right, we're going to. Okay, this. I want to skip this next one. I'm going to do this one last because I like this one. So we'll go to next one: Boise State versus San Jose State.
Oh, Boise's going to smoke them. They got that guy Genty.
That's the hometown though. You're going against San Jose State.
Yeah, I got it.
Spartans for the upset.
I didn't go to San Jose State.
No, just the Bay. You gotta go with the Bay.
No, I got to go with Genty. That guy's going to run for like 700 yards.
Yeah, and Sean took Boise, obviously. And then we go in next one, Notre Dame again in Virginia. Notre Dame in Virginia. And Sean the Don went with Notre Dame again.
Yeah, I got to go Notre Dame for sure. I'm not going to bet against them twice in a row and get my ass kicked.
Gotcha. And the next game, SMU Mustangs versus Boston College.
Oh, BC for sure. I love Boston College.
Old Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
Matt goes Boston.
Yeah.
Fun fact, BC. I caught a pass from Doug Flutie.
Did you?
Yeah. At a celebrity flag football game here. From across the rink, he looked over, just scanning the crowd, and I had my moment, got up, went, Doug. Boom.
Got it. Got both feet down.
I went downstairs. Robert Griffith III signed it after the game.
RG3.
All right, in this last game. So we're going last game of the
well, who did Sean go with?
He went with SMU Mustangs. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right.
So last game, Georgia Bulldogs versus Tennessee. Now this game's going to be another good game.
I'm going to go
So
Tennessee.
Georgia's lost a few games this year. You know, they just lost. Tennessee actually has a really strong team, and I've always been a Tennessee football fan. Why I couldn't tell you. I think it was from back in the Peyton Manning days.
Yeah, you went there.
But so I've always just, that's just the team I've always paid attention to in college football. I actually went to Neyland Stadium when
It's huge, huh?
It's hard to describe. It is 100 and something thousand. It's like you're in.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been in big, what you think are big stadiums, and then you go into a place like that, and it's overwhelming. It's just huge.
Mm-hmm.
Stadiums are what, 30, 40,000 usually.
Or like Fenway Park is like 30 something thousand.
Yeah,
and then
small. And that same trip, actually
3 times that.
Yeah, and that same trip, I went to a NASCAR race at Bristol Motor Speedway, which seats like 100 and something plus thousand, same thing. And that place is like on the top of a mountain, like a little hill, so it looks like a castle as you're rolling up, because it's so tall to get the stands, and it's only a half-mile track. So put that in perspective. A half-mile track, Chico, the dirt track in Chico, just double that size. So put 2 of those together and then fit 110,000 people around it. So you can imagine the amount of, grandstands, how high they go. So it just looks massive when you're in there. Those places are huge. And then like those college stadiums, what is it? Michigan's? What do they call it? The big house? The biggest one? The biggest one.
It's over 100,000.
Yeah, that's the biggest one. Those are, that's crazy. And college football selling out every Saturday.
I'm glad they got paid. They had to get paid. They were getting robbed.
100%.
Blind. They were getting robbed blind.
Oh yeah.
They had to get their money.
So I'm sorry.
Everyone deserves their money.
I'll go back to Sean the Don's pick. He picked Georgia Bulldogs.
Bulldogs. Okay, well, we picked a lot of different ones. So
I'm with you, man. I'm going Tennessee. I can't go against my Bulls.
Okay.
So
we'll see what happens. We're both 3-2. The fight goes on.
I'm gonna put the records here, 3-2.
For Sean's sake, I hope he does better than me, but I hope I kick his ass. I'm gonna go 5-0 this time.
There we go. All right, we'll see how it goes this week.
And please, if you go to Vegas, don't take my bets. This is just for fun. If you do that, I don't know what to tell you. But yes, next week, actually on Tuesday, as we wrap up here, I'm gonna watch the Tyson fight. I'm gonna get the munchies for sure. Next Tuesday when we live stream at 6, I want to talk about aliens.
Ooh,
because did you see the new there's like a new meeting of the minds, something in front of the Senate where people gave some testimonies about there's definitely shit flying up there that we don't know how the fuck they're doing it.
Well, I know there's a lot of information out with the Freedom of Information Act. So a lot of documents have been unsealed, which has been interesting. So that'll be fun. I like stuff like that. That's fun stuff.
Yeah. So we'll talk about aliens probably the whole time, because we'll probably just talk about aliens.
We can go out. We can go out in the desert out here somewhere and take some mushrooms and see if we can find some aliens. I'm sure we can find something off.
I met the devil once when I was on mushrooms.
Oh.
So that's a whole different story.
Yeah. But
that was wild.
I've always been aliens.
We'll do that on Tuesday. So come talk aliens with us. In the meantime, thank you for listening. If you're on the podcast, thank you. Subscribe, rate, and review. If you're on the live stream, thank you. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Give us a review on iTunes or Spotify. That would be lovely. And that's all we got for you.
It's been fun.
It's been something.
It's been something.
I don't know what it's been, but it's been something.
Well,